fan of them while we were shooting, to which she was horrified. But yeah, obviously I sort of read the scripts, I think, first.
You were like 3 when the first film came out, right?
2.5, yeah. It was actually nice there, just seeing that shot of us in Diagon Alley?
It was Diagon Alley. But that shot was in the bookshop, which is called What's it called?
Flourish of Glass.
Yeah, that's the very thing. I was going to say that.
Okay.
But that's not the first scene we did together. The very first scene, this is what I remember about it. The very first scene is in the other shop in Nocturne Alley, which is called
Boggin' Birds.
Yeah, thanks very much. That thing, anyway. So I had this cane that those who came to my panel know how it came about. I had this cane I'd never used before, and it has got a very heavy silver snake thing. It was quite sharp teeth. And I had just met this angelic little boy. And my very first line to him was, he touched something, and I went, "Don't touch, Rico." And I touched it with a cane, but it's really heavy. And I went, and I went, "Don't touch," and I whacked it way too hard. And the teeth went into his little hand, and he looked up at me in the scene, eyes kind of welling with tears, and I thought, "Shh." And then they finished the scene and said, "Cut." I said, "I'm so sorry." He said, "No, it's okay, it's fine." Thought that I was acting in some kind of methody thing to help me.
Yeah, I never forget it.
Yeah.
It was,
still have the scars.
It was bloody painful, yeah. I also never forget your ability to turn into such a filthy piece of work. I vividly recall you telling a story, I think about, for some reason I put it in my head, it's Black Hawk Down.
Probably.
Telling the story. For those who haven't seen actors on set, a lot of them like to rehearse some sort of method when the cameras start rolling. So when they hear like rolling, they usually stop talking and they do weird things like or something, some weird ritual to get them into the character. Jason was quite the opposite, telling the story about how he's been dropped out of a Chinook into some post-apocalyptic world. Rolling! He's still going on with his story about, you'll never forget, it's like, the breakfast we had that morning. Action! Don't touch it. It was instant and terrifying, because you were a lovely man as Jason, but a complete arse as
Well, I always thought, you see, what I always thought when I came along was, first of all, I thought, I'd seen the first film and all these incredible actors in it, and there was fabulous Alan Rickman, who could do Sinister like nobody else. And he was so good, I thought, what the hell am I going to do to try and be in any way unpleasant? And then I looked at this little boy who was a deeply nasty little git in the first film. I thought, I know what I can do. I can bully him. If I'm really nasty to him, it does 2 things. 1, it gives me something to do. 2, it justifies why he's so unpleasant at school, because we all know that bullies are probably being bullied somewhere else, and it makes it seem real. Why is he so horrible? He's so horrible because he's got a really nasty, slimy little shit of a dad. Sorry, pardon my bad language. So that gave me some way into it. Talking funny things that actors do. I went with Peter O'Toole once, and Peter O'Toole, he's standing talking to him, he's telling some story, and they go rolling, and they go, you ready? And they go, "Ah!" I thought he was annoyed at the camera or something, and then every time he did the take, he'd just suddenly scream at the top of his voice, bend over and look like he was going to vomit. It's very disturbing. So that was my first memory of you. But you've been a child actor, right? You were an actor when you were a kid. I mean, you were a kid when I met you, but when you were a little kid, right?
Yeah, I was one of the few kids that had done some acting before. I'm pretty sure that was the reason why I got the part of Draco as well, because Chris Columbus, who directed our first 2 films, would ask all the kids what they were most excited about from the books being translated into the films. And it was only the kid next to me when I realised, like, shit, I haven't read the books. I've got no idea what they're talking about. It sounds wonderful, but I don't have a clue what they're talking about. And the kid next to me said something about green bots, and I was like, yeah, I can't wait to see those green bots. Pretty sure Chris Columbus saw straight through my yes, this kid will make a kid.
I think it's true that we both, on my own, we both auditioned for a different part. You auditioned for Hermione, did you audition for Harry?
Hagrid.
For Hagrid?
Yes, Harry first. They dyed my hair. They put a scar on my forehead. Then from Ron, they dyed my hair ginger. That's horrendous. And then finally blonde, and that stuck for 10 years. Yes.
Were you disappointed when you didn't get the initial part?
No, I had no idea what this was. You know, I had no idea.
I was crushed. It's true. I auditioned for Gilderoy Lockhart. Those people who don't know. Yeah. I was in there, and a friend of mine I thought was going to get the part. Alan Cumming was going to get the part. I thought at the time, but I went into audition, and Alan would be thrilled he got one clap. I'll tell you that. Do that again, I'll throw you a fish. But he, so I went in and I read, and I thought I was actually really good. And he went, yeah, would you consider a different part? And I said, what? And he said, yeah, would you consider reading for Lucius Malfoy? And I went, yeah, I mean, who is Lucius Malfoy? And he went, well, you read the script? And I went, yeah, no, I did, sorry, just remind me. And he said, Mr. Draco's dad, well, I'd only read my bits. I hadn't read the script at all, I just read the Lockhart bits, so I bullshitted like you. And I went, oh, it's interesting. And I went outside and I called my agent and I said, I'm not going back in there, it's an insult. How dare they? And he said, just go in and read it for me. It doesn't matter, you don't have to do it, off you. And I went in and I read Mrs. Malfoy, probably with a contemptuous sneer on my face. So contemptuous we would even ask such a thing. And I was offered the job and I almost said no, out of pride and hubris. And then other people, my nephews and nieces, all bullied me into doing it. They wanted to come and visit the set. And thank God, because Ken Branagh was there and gone. Thank God for that.
We both got the part from default, really.
Yeah.
Sucking at other readings.
So, other questions? Now, before we all open up.